guys are in front of this door, and it seems like it's made out of some brilliantly reflective metal. It actually seems more colorful than the surrounding rock. And Jim, taps on the door and knocks, and there's no reply, and he's sheepishly stepping back and wondering how to open this thing.
I mean, does it seem to have any sort of locking mechanism on it, or?
Can we just try to kick in the door?
You guys are ghosts.
Jim!
Can't we just go in then? We can just phase through it.
Yeah. You phase
But
on through.
Jim can come in.
Well, but we can have someone, scout it out.
Yeah, you phase on through, and it's this beautiful little lobby with some funky little plants inside. They look like some weird-looking ferns and shit. And, a matching set of doors on the other side with a big button with an arrow pointing down.
Oh.
And there's vents all along the side for you don't know what.
How big are the vents?
Pretty big.
Okay. Well, I'll flip back out and be like, well, Jim, unfortunately, this door appears to only lock from the inside. However, there are some vents that you might be able to climb through.
Oh boy.
Something wrong?
I'm claustrophobic.
I'm a little claustrophobic!
Well, unfortunately, I can't go in and press the button for you because we are, kinda intangible. So doesn't look like we have many other options.
Okay. And he looks around. Oh, he doesn't do a good job at that at all. He's like, I can't find any vents. I guess we're just not going in. There we go. Problem solved. I didn't need to know anything about my history anyways. It's fine.
Well, Jim, you might not want to, but we would like to not be ghosts forever. And I think that finding out your history, you can help us with that, so...
How about you guys also try to help him out looking for vent exits?
Alright, would that be perception or investigation?
Just go for a straight perception.
It's an 18 for me.
Oof, a 7.
I'm just gonna say Foxfire doesn't see shit.
Okay.
A 4.
Luthmos, you notice that there are vent exits along the sides, carved into the rock.
I tell this to Jim.
Oh no, you actually found some vent exits. Okay. Alright. He, girdles himself a little bit, swims on over to the vent, and grabs onto the side, and I'm like, okay. It's really small.
You can do it, Jim. Come on.
It's not a long passage. Come on, man.
Alright. And let's see how he does. That's okay. He squeezes his way on through, and you can hear some clanging noises inside. And let's see. Yeah. You hear a big loud clang as something is going on behind those doors. And then you hear Jim on the inside say, should I open the doors?
Yes, if you can.
Okay. He opens the doors to the outside, and he floods the whole room with water.
Oops.
Well,
We shouldn't have done that.
I don't think it matters that much.
It's like, all this water's getting in. Shit.
Well, it's not like other people live here, right?
No, this is already a ghost town, so I don't think it matters.
And he's pressing the door button close, little button close button, and the doors to the outside close, and you see a light turn on overhead, and the vents open up and start expelling water, except for the one that Jim crawled out of. That one's broken.
Oops.
Cool.
But I just realized you guys could have just floated in.
We just wanted to see what happened.
Oh. Now we know.
Yep.
And he opens the door to the next room, and Inside is a large room with some potted plants of some of those weird-looking ferns and a big pair of double doors with a big button on it on the side.
That door looks important.
And the whole room is well painted with let's see. It's painted like old Renaissance kind of paintings on the side, like very ornate. Like it's very colorful in here.
I wonder if beyond that door is some kind of like throne room. It looks like it's another one of those doors with buttons.
Jim presses this button and these double doors slide open. Inside is a big glass room, and you can see through the glass, like just it's all black, but you can tell it's transparent, and you can see like rock. He steps inside and kind of beckons you in.
All right, let's go.
And there's only one button in there, and it's another down arrow. He's like shrugs and presses it, and you're going down, and this rock slides away to above you, and revealing a huge cavern. Just a magnificently gigantic limestone cavern with stalactites and stalagmites coming up all around, with like cliff faces coming off on the sides, and there seems to be rows and rows of books, and there's 2 waterfalls on each side, and there's creatures walking all along these corridors with all these books, and connecting all these cliffs are these other rock elevator looking things, and they're just sliding between them, transporting these weird creatures between them.
Jim, do you recognize this place?
No, this is weird. Oh my god, I've never been in like a door room that goes down. What do you call this?
Glass door down room.
Down
Lift.
room. This is some fascinating technology. Wow, I'd like to meet the guy who made this.
Yeah, never seen anything like it either. Well, sort of. Seems like it'd be on par with the Abby tries to spell this out because she's trying to avoid making everything wiggly. You know, the SHIP.
Okay, you're fine. And you show up on this platform, and there's just like this great big platform with the waterfalls hanging down, and there's two of those little discs on this platform, and that's it. Like, where do you guys want to go?
So it's pretty much a left or right. I say left.
Remember, you guys are ghosts.
Yeah. Well, I asked Jim if he would like to go left first, since, you know, it's probably best if we stick together and we don't just desert him.
And Jim's like, I do appreciate that, but can't you just like stick your head underground?
I mean, I guess. Do you want us to check it out first? Are you afraid that we're gonna get attacked or something?
Yeah! There's weird creatures walking around.
Fair enough. Alright, well, I go to the left disc thing, I guess, and I take a peek.
Yeah, this is the next floor down.
And I guess that that bottom left circle is where I would be?
Yes. You're looking down at another similar platform. It goes out a little bit farther than the one that you're currently on. And there's a platform there that goes to another platform across the way. All these have books. The one below you looks like it has directories, and then like they all interconnect with all these different these like stone discs.
But there are no monsters inside either?
There are monsters wandering around. Let's see. This little guy's wandering around. He looks like a funky little fella mixed between another funky little fella. It's a vulture rat.
Okay, how big is it?
It's pretty big.
The friend.
So it's bigger than, say, like a regular vulture or a regular rat?
Yes.
Okay. What is it doing? Is it just kind of wandering the halls aimlessly, or does it look like it's looking for something specific?
It's kind of wandering the halls aimlessly.
Okay. Well, I will go back up and I'll say, well, Jim, there's a whole floor underneath here. Looks like there might be a directory to kind of show us around. So I guess this place is kind of like a very big, fancy, weird library of sorts. There is one of those weird monsters down there. It doesn't look hostile, but it's hard to say.
Guys, this is really weird.
I mean, it is, but this is where we're supposed to go, I think.
I believe you, but this is weird. All these things have color. What is going on?
I don't know. Something about this place, I guess, is different from the surface.
I don't like this. This place gives me the creeps, doesn't it?
Well, it's definitely not like anything I've seen before, but at the same time, I've seen some pretty weird shit in my day. So, after the recent events that took place and led us here, can't be surprised by too much, I guess.
Man, like, I've never seen something like this. This was all under the town.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone else knew about it. Well, besides that one mysterious person,
Sure, your weird, mysterious friend that you definitely didn't make up.
Well, we didn't even know what we were coming here to look for, and while he didn't really tell us, I don't think we would have known to follow these weird cracks to this place if we didn't talk to him.
Did you even get his name?
Well, no. We thought he was the innkeeper, but then after he finished talking to us, the innkeeper kind of acted confused, like he didn't know anything he just said. Like he was possessed or something.
This is weird. This is all so weird. I hope we figure this out soon. I want out of here.
Yeah, well, to do that, we gotta progress forward, so,
So, where are you guys going?
Good question.
I kind of suggested Jim he'd take the path that I scouted out. Oh, excuse me.
I like that plan.
Yeah, Jim hops onto that little stone disc and he's going down.
Excellente.
And now you are at the second floor.
Cool.
So, we're here now. Is that thingy still there?
Yeah, he's on the platform across from you guys.
Okay, gotcha. So the directory is it facing? I'm a little unclear from the map. Is that on the inside wall of this room, or is it on the outside wall?
So the directory is facing in, and it'd be like right in front of you. Whenever you hit that stone disc, like you went to the second floor, it's right in front of you. And you're on a big stone platform, and then there's like empty space. There's just like a straight drop to whatever's below you, and there's waterfalls on either side, and there's stone platforms in front of you with like stone discs that go in between them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, well, let's look at the directory first before we do anything else.
The directory talks about what's on each floor and what kind of genres of books there are. It's like a big old library Dewey Decimal System sort of thing. If you guys wanted to learn about anything, it seems like this library has everything that you'd want to learn.
Okay, so it may be possible that Queenie's little artifact might be a book. So, is there anything on the directory about, say, the Raven Queen?
Yeah, there are books about the Raven Queen. There's books on gods, there's books on life and death, there's books on afterlife stuff, and the directory also shows you what's on each floor, and on the 4th floor it seems like there's a lounge, and on the 5th floor it looks like that's called the laboratory.
Laboratory, huh? That sounds interesting. Where would the books on the Raven Queen be? Which floor?
That would be on your floor, and it seems like it's going to be on that stone platform all by itself.
Okay, so the one on the left of the map, the west.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And you notice that like the stone discs are all marked by the circle with a dot in the middle.
Okay.
And you see that there's a stone disc that goes to one of the platforms, and then the other one, the second platform, has a stone platform that goes to this other platform. But the second platform has the stone disc that goes to the floor below. So you'd be going out of the way to go to the next floor if you wanted to look up some information about the Raven Queen.
Okay. And I'm guessing that stone disc in the far upper right corner goes to floor 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right. Jim, can I ask of you a favor? Can we go to the... I want to go to the books that are over there, and I point to the platform where the books that you mentioned are on. I don't think I'll be able to open or read any of them myself, but...
Okay. Well, those creatures are making me nervous, though. I'd like to avoid them if possible.
Okay. You know, I haven't seen... when I came down here the first time, I don't know if it noticed me, but if they can see us, maybe we can be a distraction of sorts for you.
This is all making me really nervous.
Hey, calm down. We got your back. I know we can't really do much right now in our current state, but we'll try to look out for you as best we can.
Okay. He gets onto the stone platform and he's going to the second stone platform over on the other side, and that vulture rat thing is going into one of the book aisles, so he's not looking at you guys at the current moment.
Okay. All these creatures, have we seen any that were like two of the same species, I guess?
No. They're all weird mutated mishmashes.
Okay. So they're probably not going to have too much of a pack mentality. While Jim is going over there, I want to go up to the vulture rat thing and see if it notices that I even exist.
It doesn't.
All right. That answers my question. Well done. I'll go back to them then. So yeah, turns out that those animal things cannot see us. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye out for you and let you know when the coast is clear, I guess.
Okay. So the vulture rat is on the other aisle, and Jim is hiding behind some books on this aisle, and he's gonna roll his stealth check. Ooh. He's making lots of noise.
Yeah, I think the coast should be clear. That thing seems distracted.
He's like, oh, okay. And he rushes on over to the next aisle. He does it pretty quickly, so he doesn't make a whole bunch of noise, but he is leaving a trail of water.
Oops. Hurry, boy, hurry.
Yeah. And he runs over to the stone platform and stands there and like waits for it to go and stuff, and now he's on the third platform with the books on the Raven Queen. He gets out a book that's relevant. He's like, what did you want me to look up?
Gosh, I mean, maybe like artifacts that are associated with her, something of that sort?
Yeah, there's some cool scythes. There's a lot of things about her. It's just, I'm guessing we're looking for something that can nullify magic, and I don't see anything about that in here.
Okay. So in addition to books on the Raven Queen, is there anything else on this shelf? Any other sort of topics?
Yeah, other kind of like afterlife sort of stuff, and celestials and things like of that nature.
Okay. Maybe look up the book on celestials. I'm still a little curious about who that masked man, that masked, I don't even know if it was a man, masked thing that talked to us. Wonder if maybe I can match a name to it. If there's anything similar to that in one of the books.
Okay. He takes out the book on celestials, and he begins reading aloud to you guys that it seems that celestials they seem more, like, fleeting than actual reality. They seem to be grounded in the psyche of whatever creatures that worship them, instead of something more realistic, something more solid.
Okay, so they don't so much have a body, they more exist from people believing in them, is what you mean.
Something like that. The book describes it more of like they've always existed, and they will always continue to exist, but our perceptions about them, or our awareness of them, changes over time.
Okay, so they're more like celestials are kind of like almost living concepts then.
Yeah, that's what the book says. That's weird.
Neat.
This is beyond me, God. Whew.
So they're just not tied to like physical things, just in the mind.
Well, the book says that it's kind of both. It describes it as more of like people put a belief into certain objects. Like a lot of people, like the example that they give in the book is the sun, because the sun's usually, a big thing in the sky and people worship that. And heck, that's what God I worship. And he brings out his pendant, and it is like in the shape of a sun, and it's all gold and pretty and nice and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like a sun god sort of thing. I kind of get what the book is trying to say. It's not that because everybody started worshiping the sun that it started to become a god. It was just like always one, and like the more people who noticed it, the more powerful it became. That's what I'm a little unnerved about.
Sounds like some kind of fatalism stuff.
So maybe the Raven Queen doesn't have her powers because the people don't believe in death because they don't think they're dead.
Maybe.
Well, maybe there's something in here that will make them remember.
Yeah. And Jim peers over the edge and he gets a look at the next floor down and the floor below that one, and he says, I have a terrible idea.
Oh, and what's that?
What if I jumped?
Well, I mean, you're dead, so I guess you wouldn't die, so...
Yeah, but what if?
Well, it did kind of just drop off into a bottomless pit, didn't it?
No, I can see the bottom. It looks like a bunch of pillows.
Do it.
Wait, does it?
Yeah, you look over and below you there's another layer of like a library thing, but below that there's a reading room essentially with like chairs, tables, couches, pillows, and there's some rooms over to the side. There are creatures everywhere though. You know that.
I don't know.
You know that jumping into that would definitely alert all of them.
I mean, this place is crawling with monsters. I'm pretty sure that would make a pretty loud sound, Jim. I don't think it's the best idea, but, I'm not the boss of you, and there's nothing I can do to stop you, so...
What if we went first and made a distraction? We can't do anything. I forgot. We're not tangible.
Think for a second about what ghosts can do.
Yeah, I realize that we're not tangible.
Yeah, but... There's other things that ghosts can do.
Possess things.
And...
Poltergeist. Move shit.
Yeah.
So we've been able to touch things the whole time?
But, like, with ghost powers. And also not really as effectively on the surface.
Danny Phantom!
Yeah! He's a phantom! But across the way, the vulture rat is screaming.
Oops.
Yeah.
We should get a move on.
Jim's like, so I'm hearing I should jump?
Well, run away at least.
We're on a singular platform. There's nothing to run to except towards danger.
Fuck. Well, yeah, I guess there's not much we can do. We're gonna have to help you whatever way we can.
He's jumping.
Yeet.
Yeah. Let's see how he does. Oh, God.
He takes 15 fall damages and dies instantly.
Not
Rest in
quite
peace.
that bad. He lands on a table.
Jim, you had one job. I mean, it's just
Oh, there are so many pillows down there. Lands on a table, you dumb fuck.
Jim, how? How do you get that one table?
He gives up a big thumbs up, and now he's surrounded by a bunch of monsters.
Jim!
Okay, guys, time to fucking do something.
I got one of these funny bunches of oats, and one of these good friend boys, and another good guy. Very
I don't
Long
want
cat?
to look like friends.
that is not like that is a snake cat.
I
Oh,
look like
you mean a
friends.
ferret?
Yeah, like it's a ferret, but it's got a cat head. And then we have a frog hyena and a bat goat, and they're all very upset by this whole situation.
They're all friends, and I can't believe you're making us attack them.
Well, who said we had to attack them?
Foxfire.
I was gonna suggest we just like spook them.
They don't seem all that dangerous.
Hold on, let me roll further to hits, because they are upset. Oops, that's a hit. That's a hit. And that's a hit. Wow, they all hit. They're all like smacking Jim in the face. And Jim's like, God, I should have brought my helmet. Ow! Ow!
Well, nice.
Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. We're ghosts, not protectors.
Come on, guys. Think ghost play.
I was waiting for you to finish. Okay. I was gonna get some books off the shelf and like toss them around and spook the fuck out of them.
Okay, you use your ghostly powers to lift up a book.
Cool. Now I throw it at one of them, like not at them, but like in the near vicinity.
Give me that to hit.
Shit. Would this count as a ranged attack?
Oh yeah, ranged attack with a improvised weapon.
Okay, so that means I don't add my proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, so you got proficiency in books, like a nerd.
I'll roll a 17.
Oh man, and you hit that cat snake thing right on the face.
Do I need to roll damage?
It's a D4. I'll roll it. Oh, you did max damage. Way to go.
Wow.
Yeah, you smack that cat in the face, and the cat's like, it's like spitting out, like spit.
Spitting out spit.
And he turns around wildly, looking in the direction of the book, and he can't see anything.
Damn it. Since we're ghosts, can we make ghost sounds? Like, boo!
Yeah, isn't there like a spell called, like, ghost sound?
There used to be, but now it's thaumaturgy.
Okay, yeah, you can use thaumaturgy.
Okay, yeah, I just do like a spooky moan using that. Boo!
Let's see if they're spooked. Ooh, one of them's spooked. One of them's fine. And the other one's fine.
Damn it.
The cat is very spooked and very scared. Its hair is standing on end, and big eyes, and it's got his tongue sticking out, going...
Halloween cat.
Yeah, he's got that full arch. Like you know how cats have an arch? The snake cat has a big arch. It's like a rainbow. Ah!
Amazing.
He's a good cat boy.
What else is in there? Like, is there a lamp? Can I throw a lamp?
Yeah, there's some there's some lighting things along the sides. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Is there a chandelier?
No.
Dang it, I want to make the chandelier, like, shake. Swing. Okay, I throw a book.
Okay, roll me that to hit.
Give me a sec. 11.
You miss.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Uthmos, you gonna do anything?
Can you adjust the table to rattle it a little bit?
Yeah, that's some more thaumaturgy stuff. Go for it.
That's 15.
Cool. The tables are shaking. Scary, like, one of them's scared. Another one got a little spooked by that. Ooh, and another one's a little spooked by that. Everyone's a little spooked by the tables are shaking and shit. Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Spooky! That's enough to leave Jim alone.
They've stopped trying to hit him for the current moment.
Jim, get out of there. You're too spooked right now.
Yeah, he gets up. He takes out his sword, but it's still sheathed, and he whacks him on the head.
Jim!
He whacks the frog hyena-looking thing on the head, and he does some damage. And the frog looks kind of woozy from that hit.
Okay, Jim, get out of there. I think they got the hint.
Okay. Which way's down?
Roll over.
What?
Just roll over. And Maybe you will feel what way is down,
What?
like gravity.
No, I mean down to the next floor.
God.
I don't know.
Well, we have kind of hit rock bottom, I think.
No, you haven't.
Let me take.
You can tell that the waterfalls are still flowing down through holes on the sides.
Let's follow the waterfalls.
You want to go through the waterfalls? There is a stone platform, but you know it's gonna go slow.
Let's do it.
Jim's like, okay, I'm in for more diving, and he jumps into that waterfall. As he jumps into the waterfall, his arm catches on the actual falling water instead of just the hole around it, and he gets pulled into the roaring torrent of water. And he's gonna take some damage. Ow. Ow. That is bad. And you guys hit the ground floor.
That was easy.
Jim is in the upper left-hand corner in the water. There's this big underground lake, and it's ice cold in there. And there's a giant ice pyramid in the center. Jim's up from the water, and he's like, "Oh, ow.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna be fine. Oh, I've
Are
had
you
worse.
sure you don't sound fine?
I mean, it's just a broken bone. Oh,
You
But you're
wanna,
all bones.
I know.
you wanna rest a little bit.
That'd be nice, but I don't think we have some time to rest. You notice the stone platform above you is starting to lower, and that the bat goat thing is on it.
What? How do they know how to operate these elevators? That's hacks.
I banned the fox goat. It's just banned. It ceases to exist.
You can't do that.
But we have the band hammer.
Roll. I roll.
There are other things that you can
Nat
do.
20. Nat 20.
There's other things you can do.
It's a nat 20, Viv.
Use the nat 20 for something useful. Push it in the
Yeah.
water.
Instead of
Push that bitch in the water.
Yeah, I do that. I push that bitch in the water.
okay, you float on up to that dude who's on the stone platform. I'm gonna need you to like, cause you can't touch him. What else can you do with him?
Is there water? Is there like the waterfall near it?
No.
Dang it.
I'm trying to lead you into a thing that you can do.
Press the button to stop it.
No, not that.
Spook it.
Yeah, I guess you could spook it.
Oh my god. What can I do?
Ash,
What?
Allie,
What?
you're
What?
a ghost. What can ghosts do?
Possess it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Oh my god. Okay, so in a brilliant flash of genius, you fly up to the bat goat and you try to give it a big old punch and be like, "Be gone, thought," and you give it a good old 1-2, but your arm gets trapped in it, and then you go right into his brain case, and he's struggling against your possession at the current moment.
Okay.
He's like bucking all around. You're at like a rodeo,
Yeah,
but like a
bucking
mental
bronco.
rodeo.
Mental rodeo. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll fist fight its brain.
Okay. Roll me a charisma check.
Dang. 11.
Oh damn. Let's see how he does on his charisma. Ooh. I'd say you guys are still at a stalemate with that roll. But you do feel like part of your ghostly essence is being drained every time you try to possess him, meaning you're losing health.
Oh no.
But it's fine, you still have another chance.
Okay, I try one more time.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh no.
8.
Ooh, 8. Nope. You get launched right out of that goat.
Dang. Okay.
By this time, the bat goat is on the ground level with you guys, and it's shaking off the possession.
Yeet to the pyramid.
Yeah, Jim is swimming to the front of the pyramid, and he's not using his right arm. The bat goat sees you guys approaching, and lets out a shriek.
I have a stupid idea.
Uh-oh.
Can I go up to it and use thaumaturgy to yell at it to shut up?
Oh, you can certainly try.
Okay, I do that. Abby's losing her temper.
Immediately, the bad goat kind of. Actually, no. The bad goat stands its ground and screams back at you louder. It did really well on that oppose intimidation.
Okay, so since it won't listen to me, can I like telekinetically push this thing's head underwater?
But no.
Oh,
But you can possess it.
I guess I'll do that instead.
Okay. No, it resists your possession.
Damn it!
This one's really, like, headstrong today.
Fuck you, you dumb bitch!
It is raving mad at this point, screaming its head off, bucking all around. It can't see you guys, but it is pissed. And Jim's like, I should just avoid this, right?
Yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna see if I can sneak by. He's like, I got this. And he's making big steps. And he's clunk, clunk. I'm so sneaking. I'm so good at this, guys. Check me out. I'm sneaking.
Good job.
He's making a lot of noise. It's just like clang, 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 clang on this ice. And he's a little bit wobbly. He's able to keep his footing on the ice, even though it's really slippery with both the water and also he's like a skeleton. It's very hard to balance on. But he's good. And he comes around the corner, and the bat goat stared right at him. And the bat goat is gonna headbutt him and miss. Yeah. Jim is gonna use his offhand, his only one good hand, try to smack him with the broadside of his sword. And also miss! So they just like miss each other. It's like a beautiful ice skating arena.
I facepalm at this.
He's just doing his best.
Well, try harder.
And then he slowly backs away to the ice pyramid entrance. And he slips. And he's trying to get his footing again, but it's really hard. And out of the entrance, more friends come out. The party. This friend and this friend. Yep. They both seem to be like some sort of weird crosses with spiders. One of them's an elk spider and another one's an owl spider.
An owl spider?
An owl spider.
I hate it. I try to burn them.
Yeah. Yeah, roll that to hit.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use magic.
I can.
Yeah, you're in this weird world that, like, somehow you're able to use magic now.
Give me a sec. Okay, I use firebolt. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. So I roll, right? Yes. 19.
Yeah.
It hits. Cool.
Yeah. How much damage?
It takes 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Yeah, it gets blasted in the face with a big old firebolt. Which one? The owl?
Yeah, because that's the creepier one.
Yeah, it's got a lot of eyes. It's blasted in the face with a couple of these fireballs, and it winces, and its eyes are all closed, and it's a little bit on fire, very singed. And that elk is running straight for Jim. Oh, that is beautiful. It misses entirely and falls into the water. It's like some Benny Hill shit.
Okay, since we can use magic here, and Wolfpost is not that much of a magic man, can he just use thaumaturgy to like create a noise that might startle it?
Yeah.
Cool. He does that.
Okay. What kind of noise are you thinking, and which one are you aiming for?
Rumbling kind of sound, since we're in a cave-like thing.
So the whole room seems to start to rumble. The bat goat seems very unnerved by this and holds to the ground. But the owl spider doesn't seem that scared by this and will try to attack. And it shoots out some web, hits Jim with it, and Jim starts to get wrapped up in it. And Jim's like, a little help here.
I don't know what else to do. Maybe I can use my thaumaturgy cantrip again to maybe shake the ground a little. Can I shake the ground a little?
Yeah.
Okay, I use my thaumaturgy cantrip again to make the ground quake.
Yeah, both of them seem very spooked by this. The bat one way more than the owl spider. The owl spider. Like, the bat one is now trying to retreat. He's trying to fly away. The owl seems to be staying in place, and you don't know what that elk is up to.
I don't know what to do with it.
You can always try possessing them.
Okay, I tried to possess it.
Okay. It fails it fails its check, and it is under your control now.
Cool. I guess I'll just make it walk away from Jim.
Yes, it has now walked away from Jim. You notice with your many eyes that some of them are singed, and it hurts. It's not like it's like actual damage to you. You can just feel the faint echoes of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. You move away from Jim, and Jim's like, alright, you did it! I can't get out of these webs.
How do we do that?
I don't know. You're like, cut me free somehow.
Foxfire, you can use fire.
No, don't light them on fire.
What if I just burn the spider web that's near it?
Jim's like, please don't.
Cut him through.
Please don't catch me on fire.
You'll be
Oh.
fine.
He's undead.
Yeah, but I also don't like fire.
Undead are weak to fire.
You're claustrophobic and you're afraid of fire? Are you sure those weren't like what caused you to die?
No! Look, fire, it's bad for everybody. You're asking me to like just be like on fire? Are you really asking me to just ignite everything? Like, I've never been on fire.
like, you could be near fire though. Like,
Yeah.
haven't you ever started a campfire or anything like that?
Yeah, and it's nice and warm and great, but you don't want to put your whole body in it. You don't like wrap yourself in a blanket and then catch that on fire and then be like, all right, I'm going to be fine.
I mean,
If it's just a little small fire that can quickly burn up the cobwebs.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. I don't like this idea at all, guys. I really don't. I really don't.
So should I?
like, how wrapped up in it is he? Like, could we possibly catch like a corner of it on fire and he'd be able to put it out before it got to him?
It seems like it's wrapped around his body, around his torso area, and he's not able to get free all that well because his arm is broken.
You know, I want to try something. Since we can do spells down here, would I be able to... I mean, okay, maybe my logic is a little flawed, but would I be able to, like, cut him free?
With what?
Like, the short swords I've had on me this whole time.
No, your swords are still pretty incorporeal.
Oh, okay.
But again, like, Uthmos has possessed a owl spider that probably is equipped to get rid of its own web.
Cool, can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, I just make the thing get rid of the cobweb.
Amazing.
I don't know the process, so let it do its thing.
Yeah. It kind of eats away at the web, and Jim is free.
Wow.
Yay!
And do you carry along the thing that you've possessed with you into the ice pyramid?
Would it be able to survive the cold?
Yeah, it came out of there.
Always good to double check.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take it.
Alright, you are in the first room of this ice pyramid that you remember the directory called the laboratory.
Ooh.
And inside is like a big old it's kind of like a classroom sort of setting. They've got plants all around the sides. And in the far corner, there's some stairs, and I mean, there's just like a whole bunch of rooms.
Wow, this ice pyramid is something else. I did not expect this to be down here. Well, may as well start checking out these rooms, eh?
Yep.
I want to just start, like, ghosting through some of these rooms just to see what's in them.
It doesn't seem like there's a whole bunch. A lot of them seem like they've been made into tiny, like, recreational rooms, like workout rooms, sleeping rooms. Some of them have, like, a couple of books checked out from the library. You float through one of the rooms, and there is, one of the creatures sleeping. This little fella. He's sleeping in one of the rooms.
Looks like a baboon badger?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so you guys know, I come back and just so you guys know, there's more monsters in here. So one of them is the one I found is asleep.
Well, Jim, I guess you need to sneak again.
I don't think I'm very good at sneaking. And he's trying really hard to be really sneaky, and he's going real slow this time, but he's still a little creaky every time he moves. And he's sneaking along, and he's sneaking, and he's snacking, and he's snooking.
I'm gonna munch. I'm gonna crunch.
And he makes it to the stairway. Not a sound from the baboon.
Neat.
Okay.
Cool.
And he goes on up to the next room, which is a bunch of plants. Like, these are
Plants?
Yeah, a lot of plants. A lot of these weird fern-looking things, and very strange designs and looks to them. They don't seem very, like, colorful. They seem more like a big old stalk with fern-like things coming off of it. It's not, like, spread out like how a normal fern would be, kind of like a pancake. It's more of like a straight up and down cylinder. And they've all got like a very unsettling sort of like leaves to them. Like they kind of curl in unnatural ways, and they seem to kind of wiggle.
This is weird. Is there any ice in this area?
Nah, it
Not
does
at all?
seem kind of cold.
Okay. What are the walls made of then?
Ice.
So there's
It
no
seems like-
ice, but there's ice.
Yeah, there's ice, and then there's like a glass on the inside.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Ice. See. Sorry.
Thank you for that. I might give you
Okay.
I might give you an inspiration.
An inspiration for my really shitty pun. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I love bad puns. Okay. There's a bunch of fucking weird ass plants, man. Jim is freaked out. He doesn't like this.
What's wrong with those plants, boyo?
They just look really unnatural. I know I haven't seen a plant in years, but don't they just seem really off?
So these plants didn't grow around your town or anything?
No.
Well, this is a laboratory, so.
Yeah, maybe. I've never seen anything like this. This is.
You know, I have a hunch. You know, all those animals we've seen upstairs, they look like animals combined with other animals. What if these are plants combined with other plants?
Oh, that's so gross. I think I'm gonna barf. Oh wait, I can't.
Why would you barf about plants?
Oh, but just look at them. They're just like they're moving. They're actually moving. Oh, it's like I don't know. It's like the feeling you get when you get something underneath your fingernail.
Are the plants gonna attack us?
What?
Are the plants gonna attack us?
I mean, they could.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try my best to sneak around them. And he does. He tries his best. And he does his best. And, Lusmos, you're gonna also have to roll me some stealth, because
Cool.
you are possessing a creature.
That's a 17.
Alright, cool. You're able to, sneak around all the plants real good like. And Jim is doing his best, but he does brush up on some plants, and they touch his face, and he's just like, oh, that's so gross. But that's it. That's all that happens to him, thankfully. And the plants do shift, and they've definitely got like an otherworldliness to them. And you're at the next floor, going up. And you're in a sciencey room with a whole bunch of sciencey shit. With like beakers and vials and a sink for washing hands and like cabinets.
Interesting. So is chemistry sets all that's in here, or?
Kinda, yeah. There's like you guys don't really know what it is, except for maybe Abby might know a little bit of the alchemy kind of stuff.
Probably only like the medicine related things.
Yeah, you do notice like some of the tools that he's using would be used in alchemy, just like in general. That's really all you can tell.
Okay. Say, Jim, do you remember like what kind of job you had when you were alive?
Yeah, I was a paladin.
Oh yeah. And you worship the sun, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess kind of wondering how this might tie in to you.
I've been wondering that too. Gotta be honest, everything's been sort of vaguely familiar.
Okay. Hope maybe we meet someone down here or something. See something that gives us a little more of a clue, because this doesn't seem all that connected to me. And I was kind of wondering how this even exists anyway. Like there's just a random ice pyramid at the bottom of this weird ass library that's under the town. Seems kind of all very surreal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm really unnerved by all this. Ugh.
Yeah, don't blame you.
Everything about this whole situation is super unnerving. I'm honestly worried about what sort of creature we're gonna meet at the top of this pyramid.
That's true. Okay. Before we move on, I want to take a closer look at some of the like beakers and stuff and see if anything at all on the table is labeled.
There's some labels.
Okay. What kind of reagents do they use? And like, is there anything? It looks like it's like a finished product, I guess, stuff like that.
A lot of it seems to be like samples from different animals.
Okay, so is it like tissue samples or is it like blood and stuff?
Both.
Okay, this is probably where they started to make those weird combinations. Are there any plant samples?
Yeah, there's some plant samples.
Okay.
Plamples.
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 Indeed. Many plamples.
Okay. Too bad I can't detect magic or anything like that. One can only assume that this must be partially magical.
Probably. Can't do any the evil dark arts magic without dark arts science without some dark arts magic.
Yeah.
Is that you telling me to roll? Do you want me to roll?
Do you want to roll?
I mean,
you can roll Arcana if you want.
But I think it's pretty obvious that there'd be magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna roll.
Well, you can roll to get some more information about what kind of magic.
I'll roll. Fucking hell. A critical fail.
Yeah, it's a plant. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I know, he must be like high on some shit because he's been rolling low. He got a 1 with his modifier, so it's a 6.
Oh my
but
God.
It's still a critical fail.
Alright, cool. Are you guys done with this floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, and you guys slowly make it your way up to the top floor, wondering what could be at the top. What sort of evil mastermind could be behind all of these things? And in front of you are 2 giant beanbags and a bunch of monitors.
What?
There's a guy staring at you. It's a human, fully clothed, just like a fully actual real life human.
One would hope it's a fully clothed human.
He may or may not be wearing underwear. You don't know. He's got a robe on. And he turns to you and he's got a glass of wine.
Can I roll for underwear?
Yeah, you can roll for underwear.
No, please.
What would that be? Just a roll.
Just fucking roll a dice.
13.
Guess what? He doesn't have underwear.
fuck?
Why did you roll for underwear? We could have just had it be an ambiguous thing, but instead we had to be like, yeah, no, he's not wearing any. I hate you forever.
You're not gonna ever see anything unless you
I know, but now I have to think about it.
He has a glass of wine in his hand. He turns slowly to you guys and he's like, "Well, hello, Jim. I suppose you are seeking some answers." And next to him on the other beanbag is this friendly little fella. It's a tiger mixed with a crocodile. He's gnawing on a giant bone.
Does he seem to see us? Does he, like, look at us?
The human, yes.
Who are you?
My name is Sam, and it's so nice to meet you. I mean, really great. You notice that he's got, he's just wearing a robe, and he's kind of balding on his head, and he's got a big bushy beard. Very unkempt.
Not just like this.
And he's got a circlet on his head, and it looks like it's made out of, like, this braided metal, and it's unsettling with its design. Like, there's nothing about its design itself that would creep you out, but the more you stare at it, the more you feel like something is crawling in you. And
Bad.
Sam
Don't
puts,
like that.
yeah, Sam puts down his wine glass on the table, and next to the table you notice a rainbow orb with, like, lights dancing all around inside of it. And he sits up from the beanbag, brushes himself off, and says, "Well, I am here for any questions you want answered."
Okay, where is this?
Oh, this is just under the town. It's just a little creation I made over the years.
What is this world?
Well, this world. I mean, it's just this world. That's a strange question. Are you
I think he means, what plane is this?
the plane? The material plane. The
I don't think-
material.
Really? Then where'd all the color go?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. That takes me back. See, many years ago, I found this circlet on my head, and voices from beyond the stars started speaking to me, whispers of a great, terrible disaster coming. So I asked them what the best solution to that would be, and they told me how to create a great magic that would seal the whole world in a beautifully, like a snow globe, just frozen in time, very peaceful, and everyone would be able to go on with their lives as they've always have. They wouldn't know of the disaster that was about to come, and when it did eventually come, it would not affect them at all. And so I took this opportunity, and I saved everyone. And oh, Jim, I'm sorry, brother. I never meant for you to be so left out in this. I wanted to protect you from all these things, but turns out I could only save myself in this, and so you were left in this less than living state. Oh, but please know that I wanted to save you.
So, wait, you two are biologically brothers?
No, I'm adopted. Jim's mother found me when I was young and took me in, and Jim has always been supportive of me, and I treat him like he was blood. And Jim's like, "You're Sam, my brother," and he's holding his head like it's hurting.
You okay, man?
No, I'm not. And he's stumbling backwards. And there's that same feeling from earlier, like with the ghosts and stuff. That same nightmarish, that gloom, that pressure coming from him again.
Oh no.
Sam's like, no, it's okay, Jim, please. It's fine. You don't need to remember anything. You can just go back to the surface and forget about all of this and live your peaceful life. And just You don't need to worry about your memories or what happened. Not a care in the world.
What? No, Jim, don't listen to him. We came down here for a reason. You said you wanted to remember how you died and we were gonna help, her and us and
Sammy boy, the threats you talked about, were they perhaps triangle shaped?
Yes. Did the old one speak to you as well?
Yeah.
Not to us specifically, but some god talked to Foxfire, and some dude had this magic book that was supposedly written by the gods and told us to warn everyone about the impending doom that was coming.
but you seem to have known all about it.
Gods?
Yeah.
Or-
We just witnessed like our entire world get eaten like not even a day ago. It's kind of fresh in our memory.
I don't know how you would be here. The timing is very off on that one.
Well, we got
Well, we're
We got-
just as clueless as you.
But you are welcome on my planet. You are free to roam about the lands and make yourselves at home.
well, the problem here is that everything is kind of dead.
And isn't that for the best?
Not really. As you can probably tell, we are completely intangible and can't interact with anything except in a very ghost-like manner. It's very frustrating, especially for people that can't do magic.
I
Oh.
don't even think we are supposed to be here. I don't even know how we got here. Like, we were on a spaceship kind of thing, and Foxfire has this coin that got lit up and showed some
And
pretty
everything
colors.
is all wobbly. Everything is wobbly. It's all really, really wobbly.
Uh-oh.
And really,
Please.
really wobbly.
Maybe we need to explain this a better way.
And then everything stops being wobbly.
Okay. So, we can't really explain this directly for reasons unknown to us, but some sort of magical artifact took us here.
We were talking to Jim, and then we were knocked out, and suddenly we woke up in these strange clothes and as ghosts in this world.
Maybe you were sent here by a great old one. Tell me, did they give you any of their wisdom? I've built this entire library and wrote all those books, and I built this pyramid based off of their knowledge. Please, do you have anything else?
You spoke to Raven Queen, who was like the Queen of Death, I think, and then in the town back up above this place, there was some weird guy in the inn. He is like a god, I think. He wasn't very direct with his answers, but he basically led us here.
He
The
told us
Raven Queen.
what we were looking for would be here.
The
In
Raven
fact,
Queen is not a old god. Why would the Raven Queen be here? She shouldn't have any power here.
well, she doesn't.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, every time she got close to Jim, she went like she became more bird-like. Like she actually stole this necklace, and we had to get it back because it was kind of important for Jim, and we only got it back because we could lure her with shiny coins.
Anyway, I would assume that because you made this place like this, that's why she doesn't have any power here. Because everyone is, with what I understand, it sounds like they are dead, but at the same time not dead.
Yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? A great.
I would not call
Peacefulness.
this wonderful. It's kind of boring.
No.
I mean, the ghosts in the town did seem to notice. Like maybe they're happy, but we are certainly not very happy to be here.
We'd like to go back. I don't know how we're ever gonna get back, but
And you can see that Jim's whole demeanor has changed by this point. He is glaring straight at Sam, and he's clutching his necklace extremely tightly. And he stands up and says, "You killed everyone. You killed everyone in the town, the world, everything. You called that justice? You think that this is good? That There's no sun in the sky. There's nothing. Everything is stagnant. And you think that's peaceful? What happened to you, Sam? You're not the brother I remember. And Sam leans back, kind of rolls his head. He's like, oh, Jim, but I suppose you just never took that much of a notice in me. I've always been like this, curious about the world, and you had your righteous way of doing things, and I just have mine. Are they really all that different? And Jim is furious.
I mean, not letting anyone pass on to the afterlife seems kind of not good.
Robbing the gods of their jobs.
Everyone's just stuck in purgatory now in some sort of perpetual time loop, and they don't know it. They're probably repeating the same day over and over again.
And Jim lets go of his necklace and grabs his sword and says, I will get that piece back for everyone in this world. And he unsheaths it. And you can see that the blade is a beautiful metal, but it's simple in design. But it's been meticulously sharpened and worked on, and it shines brightly.
Yeah, fuck him up, Jim!
And he,
Wait, what will happen if he kills Sam? What will happen to this world?
Oh, you guys are gonna find out! Because Jim is going in for a landing.
He's gonna go ham! He's gonna go ham!
He misses with his first strike, but Sam takes a step back, and he's like, Jim, why would you do this? And Jim is shaking with his left hand, and his right arm is dangling on his side. You stole this entire world from me, from everyone here, and I can't let that continue. He goes in for another swing, and he slashes Sam across the face, clipping the circlet on his head, and like black tentacles start spitting out of it the moment that the blade hits him.
Ew, what the fuck?
And Sam backs away. Don't touch that!
That looks gross. Maybe you should clean that.
Yeah, the tentacles are kind of like wiggling on the floor, and it's really gross. And Jim points his sword again at Sam, and he says, I will give you one chance. Take back everything. Give back the Raven Queen's magic, all of it. Bring back this world. I don't care if everyone's dead. Just, it can't go on where everything is the same. That's not peace.
That's purgatory, kind of like where people have to wait until they're allowed to pass on to the next life. You're like preventing people from going on to a next life.
And Sam's not even paying attention anymore. It looks like his eyes have glazed over. And the crocodile tiger thing is kind of getting out of his beanbag and kind of walking him away over to the side. Nope.
Well, time to let my spider thingy shoot cobwebs at Sam. Maybe that will get his attention.
Okay, roll me some to hit to see if you can squirt him.
Do I hit with 15?
Yeah, he's
Cool.
practically like unarmored, so yeah. You wrap up his arms real good, but it doesn't seem like he even noticed. The circlet on his head is starting to like bleed black and cover his face.
What's the...
Ooh, I don't think those are some friendly old ones that are in there.
I have an idea.
Go for it.
I want to use my ghost powers and flip that stupid circlet off his head.
Ours?
I'm gonna tell you right now that's not gonna work.
Damn
What's
it.
The
the-
circlet is embedded in his head.
Oh no.
There's another
I'm gonna
solution to
flip
this
his
problem.
head off then.
Ooh.
What's the croc doc doing?
He is looking towards the stairs.
So he
I'm-
just doesn't care.
I want to possess him.
Okay. I'm gonna see if he can resist. Oh, yeah, he resists. That's a net.
Damn it! I have such bad luck with this. Wait, I have my inspiration. Can I reroll?
Yes!
Reroll.
Yes! He doesn't resist!
Yay!
Yay!
I I'm a crocodile tiger. Rawr.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Cool.
at this moment, Jim is pointing the sword at Sam, and he's looking at him like, Sam, can you even hear me?
All right, and then whenever I can take my next action, I want to maul the shit out of my owner.
Yeah. And as Jim is asking about, like, Sam, he's trying to get Sam's attention. Sam is not cognizant at all. All that black ooze is dripping all the way down his body, and it's making, like, black tendrils coming off of his head.
He seems pretty possessed. I don't think he's gonna listen to us.
Yeah, we gotta
Sam.
fuck him up.
Sam, please don't do this. Please don't make me have to do this. I really don't.
I don't think that's Sam anymore. I think that's the Eldritch being or whatever it is that's in the circlet.
I'm sorry, he's probably too far gone at this point. Besides, he did say he was always like this. It's just a matter of time.
He was always curious. He was always fascinated by the world, but he would never...
He'd probably learn something he was not meant to know.
Oh no. Please
Sorry,
don't make
Jim.
me have to do this. I like how you're doing this, like, through the mouth of a tiger crocodile.
I cast Firebolt.
Onto what?
You know what? We'll let Jim do it.
Alright. Jim comes in for a final swing. Ooh, that's a nat 20!
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that is a... Oh, that's not a lot of damage, but, I mean, it hits square onto his head. He hits the neck. It doesn't go all the way through, because he is using his offhand, and is not quite as powerful, but there is blood spurting out, and it's starting to turn, like, a black-blue.
ew. You gotta clean it up.
And the neck is starting to reform around the sword.
Oh yeah, I don't think your brother is human anymore.
And, like, the area around the sword, of the neck, it's starting to burn. And Jim's like, I can't get the sword out of his neck. Do we have any other ideas?
I use Firebolt. Yes. No. Wait. Would that be wise? Thinking. We'll go for it.
Do you guys want a hint?
Yes.
Perhaps.
Foxfire, roll me an Arcana check.
What the fuck is up with my rolls?
Oh, buddy.
An 8.
Oh, buddy. I can tell you that there's 2 big magic items in the room. The circlet and the rainbow orb.
I go for the rainbow orb.
Okay.
For the orb.
Yeah. Oh, and I just want to remind you guys,
No, I
you
have
do
2
have
ways.
the bookbinding thing. You can still use that. It's basically a thing where if you wanted to take home a souvenir from any of these worlds, you could take it with you.
Oh, the book binding. Remember what the god said about the book binding?
Kind of.
How it, like, had this kind of, like, protective magic. So if we wrap something in it, we can, like, take it with us. I think it might be able to block out some magic influence as well, or something along those lines.
Yeah, it's just some sort of effect to that. You can also use it to take home souvenirs, basically.
Okay, I wrap the orb in it.
Okay. Immediately, the room feels very different. Ooh, you know what? Because of that, in particular, all the color in this room starts to dissipate.
I don't
And,
like that.
the circlet on Sam's head stops oozing. Oh, and then another thing happens. Those ghouls from earlier, they start coming out of the corners of the room.
Oh.
Who are they going after?
They're going after Sam and the 2 mutant creatures in the room.
Uh-oh.
Get out of those thingies.
Okay, I unpossess the thing.
Yeah, you unpossess them,
Yeah, that.
and these goosely gas things immediately grab them, and you can see the life just drain from them immediately.
Ooh.
Oh, that must have been how that killed everybody.
They become dust practically immediately.
Oh
And
no,
they're-
Thanos.
They're all going to grab Sam, and it seems like Jim's sword is able to protect them, Sam, in some weird way. like, they can't get near the sword or Jim.
Jim, let go of the sword.
I can't.
Gotta let go of your brother, dude.
You gotta do
I'm
it.
sorry, but you gotta.
He's not your brother anymore. He is something else now.
But you're asking me to do the impossible.
I know.
Can I really be the judge, jury, and executioner on this? My own brother?
It's not your brother anymore. It seems like he got pretty much taken over by some kind of otherworldly being. You just gotta do it.
I know you hate to say it, but this world is dead. It can't support life anymore.
I know.
That's why everybody's already dead.
If you do this, then this world can move on from what it is, and Sam can move on as well.
But I don't think killing him will fix everything.
Of course it won't. But if he dies, maybe he can sort himself out in the afterlife.
Oh no, he's going straight to hell.
Well, even if he's going to hell, he can still find repentance.
Oh, he is going, like, straight to the super duper duper hell. Like, don't pass go, don't collect $200.
Seventh circle of hell.
If your brother's so evil, then what?
I know! It seems like a really, like, easy solution. Just be like, just cut him, just kill him. I just wanted to give him a chance.
Well, meeting him here was that chance, don't you think?
And he really didn't do a good job, did he?
Can he be reasoned with in the state where the eldritch beings are basically leaking out of him?
No. No. Nope. Nah. God. Okay. This is probably gonna hurt him more than it hurts me, and he grabs the sword's hilt with his left hand and gets his foot on Sam's chest and starts trying to pull. And you hear crunching noises as it, like, just slides through the body really slowly. It's an awkward situation for everybody.
You should have just just kidding, the sword was protecting him.
Yeah. I'm trying my best here.
I mean, Lucas is used to it. He has killed many things before.
That's a crunchy noise.
It's very crunchy. And with one final pull, he's able to take the sword out all at once, and Sam falls down. And the hands of these just black, shadowy ghasts reach all around him on either side, all over him, and he fades to dust.
F. Did Marvel direct this?
Yeah, in Sam's place is a ghost.
Cool, more ghosts.
And Sam's like, well, you did it. Are you proud of yourself?
You're not connected to those eldritch beings still, are you?
No, I can no longer speak to the old ones. Hope you're happy. You got what you wanted, didn't you? A world finally at peace now that its horrible tyrant has been overthrown. Isn't that right? That's what you wanted? A nice, quick justice? Well, you got it, Jim.
Dude, you're kind of a dickhead.
And Jim's like, pointing at you, pointing at Sam, like, yeah! The fuck, dude? But for real, seriously, tell us how to fix everything. And Sam's like, no, you're gonna be trapped here forever. I'm not gonna tell you anything anymore. I'm just gonna enjoy my afterlife.
Oh, really?
Cool. You can
No.
the Raven Queen.
I have other plans. Because guess what? You're a ghost now.
The Raven Queen can take you to the afterlife now because she has no power.
Yeah, the
You're stuck
afterlife
here
doesn't have any...
along with us.
Yeah, no, the Raven Queen doesn't have any power.
Okay. She might not have any power, but I mean, you're a ghost, I'm a ghost. Come here.
No.
We're stuck.
No.
You're stuck with us together.
I start walking towards Sam with
No.
my sword unsheathed.
No.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
No.
The afterlife would save you now.
Yeah.
I only have a robe on. This is very unfair.
I do not give a shit. So, if the Raven Queen can't be your tormentor for all the time and bring you to hell, I guess I will be.
If we're going to be stuck here forever, I might as well join in as well.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Yeah. Foxfire, you can probably use your magic on him as well.
Yeah.
Foxfire, you can't use your
Next.
magic.
Dylan.
You can't use your magic right now.
Dang it. Well, I pull out my dagger.
We'll hold him down and let you get in a couple of stabs.
Sam's like,
Yes.
oh, come on, you guys are allies of justice. You're heroes, right? That's why
Oh yeah, we're allies of the justice, but sometimes you need some good old-fashioned frontier justice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're doing it for the greater good. We need to get that information out of you, and if torture is the only way to do it, then I guess we will do it.
And I mean, if you're not going to tell us, then we'll just have fun doing it.
Oh god.
We're just going to have fun here forever and ever
And ever.
and ever
And ever.
and ever and ever until the end of time. Those triangles can't come here. They won't be here to eat us. We will just be able to stab you over and over and over again. It will be your personal hell.
Sam is absolutely frozen in place and terrified. He's like, I've made my own personal hell. I've made a huge mistake.
You certainly have, so you can redeem yourself, sort of, by telling us how to fix this, or we'll stab you.
Jim, please tell them, reason with them. And Jim is sheathing his sword, taking a couple steps back, and laying on the beanbag.
I think Jim wants this world to be at peace as well.
Exactly! Come on!
And this world is not at peace as long as it's in purgatory and repeating the same thing over and over again.
Sam, the quicker you tell us how to fix everything, the sooner we get out of your hair and you can finally be at your own peace. In your own special peace in hell. Sam's just... I mean... You're just... Come on, really? There's probably another way. I could tell you anything that the old gods have told me. I just spare my unlife for just a little bit. I could tell you anything you ever wanted to know.
Well, you could, and it would probably very fun to listen to, but we can't do anything with it if we're stuck here. We want to go back to the other place we came from, where we can actually do things like be alive, touch things, eat, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You see, knowledge doesn't mean dick to us. We're not scholars.
I am.
Well, one of us is, but two of us aren't. So, majority rule,
Okay.
I mean, you're free to tell us anyway if you want, but we are going to want that information on how to get out of here eventually.
I'm tired of standing around talking, so I'm gonna draw first blood.
Oh, buddy.
Come here, Sam.
Sam is running away all around the room.
What are you afraid
Sit
of?
still. What's
And
wrong?
here comes that roll for underwear.
Roll for what?
Underwear.
Oh, good God.
You're lucky this time. The flaps of his robe are able to cover up his buttocks in his,
I regret rolling. I regret that roll.
and is everything under there as he's floating around the room.
I regret this roll.
What are you afraid of, Sam? You're already dead.
I'm afraid of
Probably
pain.
won't hurt as much as if you were alive. It'll still hurt.
I'm very afraid of pain.
Well, you should have thought of that before you killed everyone.
Jim's like, yeah, you've really buried your own grave here, Sam. Okay, what about this? If I tell you the secret on how to fix everything, you use that strange magic that you did on that orb, and you put it onto me.
I don't think it's gonna work exactly the way you think it will.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it'll work just fine if I just curl up in a little ball. It'll work.
I don't think.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Get her try.
yeah, that might work.
And Sam is nodding vigorously, and yes, okay. And you take off the binding of that.
I want the orb though.
You want the orb though?
I want to keep it, but okay.
Well, I regret
I
to
take it
inform you that orb is literally the thing that, yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, well, here's what I was going to say. You tell us first And how about we let you do that after?
No, we do it at the same time. I know this trick.
Okay, so you start telling us as we hand it over.
Sort of.
Nice.
So, I'll be able to tell you it if you get that binding off that rainbow orb of mine.
Cool. Let's just do it. He can talk to us in the process while we're busy.
I don't know about this.
I say
We don't have any other options, do we?
I mean, we do. We can just stab him for information. That's what I suggested from the beginning.
No, you don't need to stab me. All the information you need will be given freely as soon as you just I just tell you all about that orb. How about that?
How about you tell us about the orb now and we'll decide for ourselves.
All right, but only as you undo that magic on it. Come now, it'll be very dramatic. As you unbind it, it'll be a beautiful story about its origins and how I came to create it. And it will be released with all of its beauty as you...
Okay, I see. Okay, one more condition though.
Yes?
So you don't try anything sneaky while we're doing this. One of us stands behind you with a knife to your throat.
Oh, buddy.
Cool. I'll do it.
And if you behave, no harm will come to you. But if you don't, we'll stab you.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right.
Cool.
So he begins explaining that the old gods had told him that there was a old and ancient magic that could suck all the magic in the plane into one point, and you could use that magic however you wanted. And this could do a whole bunch of varying effects with messing with gods and like controlling life. And the price for doing that thing was the life on everything on that planet. And in Sam's sort of explanation, he says that that was the best thing for the planet since the old gods had told him that the planet was going to die anyways. And that in this way, they'd be able to live on, and he'd also get a sweet-ass orb of super magic.
I want the orb.
Foxfire, no.
Foxfire,
Well, that's
yes.
the thing, though. The orb is what is preventing the Raven Queen from coming back.
Yes, and
Which
you
is
don't want the Raven
bad.
Queen to kill you, do you? I feel like this is a no-brainer. Like, the
Well,
moment you...
the
We're
thing
not
is that
We're not dead.
we
What?
aren't dead per se.
Jim is dead? You don't want Jim to
Jim
die,
is
do you?
undead. He's kind of an exception to the rule.
He's clearly 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out. He's gonna be taken by the Raven Queen, no doubt.
He is
Well-
actually somewhere else. Like, I don't think he is. Well, he is physically here, but he is also physically somewhere else, unless there was some really strange teleportation trick that was used in us that somehow left us as ghosts.
Jim's just looking over like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I am like right here.
We barely do either.
Okay.
I mean, I would explain everything to you, but every time I do, it seems to get all wobbly around here. So I'm just trying to explain it in a way that won't make things wobbly.
I mean, fair enough. Some weird magic shit is going around everywhere.
So,
So, yeah.
who is handing over the orb exactly? So Lufmus is behind Sam with a dagger at him.
Yes.
Who is handing it over? Would it be me or you, Foxfire?
So you've released the orb now. It's all everywhere.
We're probably about to finish unwrapping it.
Okay.
Actually, I have a question, Vivian.
Yeah.
Are you carrying over the 5th edition rule where all magic artifacts are literally unbreakable?
No, I am not.
Oh, cool.
I absolutely am not. And Jim is the one
Okay.
unwrapping it because you guys can't actually touch this.
Oh,
you
that's
touch like
right.
the binding and stuff, but like it's a physical thing. Whatever, it's fine.
I see.
You're helping each other out with this.
Okay. I turn to Jim and I whisper to him, "Drop it."
And Jim's like, yeah. And the moment you undo the binding, Jim drops it onto the floor, and it shatters immediately.
I make this surprise face. I'm like, oopsie! Oh, that's
like,
such a shame.
No! He goes down and tries to reassemble it with his tiny ghost hands that don't work. And the whole world feels like it suddenly bursts with life, like there's a heartbeat in everything now. And everything feels like you can breathe easier. Even though you're ghosts, you can feel everything is right. And there's just a big ripple. Just like there was a couple of years ago, a giant ripple that extends around the entire world. And you hear a voice behind you. Oh, way to go, you three. And Jim, took you long enough. And there's a scythe on Sam's throat. And before you is this beautiful woman. She is wearing a dress of white, and her skin is pure black. And she's wearing beautiful white jewelry, and it's very loose, lacy sort of dress, and very long white hair. And it's stark, the contrast of the black and the white.
Queenie?
Raven Queen.
And she gives you a little finger gun and a wink.
So, did the world repair itself?
For
or
the
something?
most part. I believe there's something on the horizon that's going to eat the material of this plane soon. Well, not.
Sorry, I've been there, witnessed
planet.
that. It's kind of horrible, but
It's
Hey,
better
at least
than living an
everybody's already
eternal
dead.
death. Jinx, do I owe you a soda? And
All right.
and she says, Jim, I'm gonna offer you this this one thing. Do you forgive your brother? And Jim sits up and straight, and he's just like, I can't be the judge. And hold, no. I didn't ask you if you were worthy of giving that judgment. I asked you, do you forgive him? And Jim looks down at the floor.
It says no. He's going to hell. Bye.
you have to remember that he did this to, well, save the world in his kind of way. He had good intentions. He meant well.
He did mean well. He tried to save the world in his own way, as misguided as he was, but he did cross a line. The moment he reached out to something that he bargained the entire world with, instead of reaching out to, me for help, for any one of his friends, any of his family for help, we loved you, man. Why didn't you ask us? And Sam's just nervously looking up, like, what would you have said? And Jim says, I want to forgive you. I really do. That's probably a dumb decision of mine, but I'm not really known for smart decisions, am I?
I'm into that, brother.
Raven Queen, can I ask him a question? And Raven Queen's like, yes, of course. Sam, do you regret anything? And Sam's just his face kind of falls and is like, of course I do. And Jim says, and shrugs, then I forgive you. And Raven Queen's like, rad. And then she pulls the scythe and beheads him immediately.
Cool.
And Jim's like, what did you do? Raven Queen's like, I'm doing my job.
I mean, he wasn't going to get spared, Jim, but he'll probably get at least a lighter punishment.
And she's like, yeah, that's it. I mean, these are ghosts. They need to move on. And Jim's like, oh, right. Sorry, forgot about that. And Raven Queen's like, and don't think I've forgotten about you, Jim. Mr. 1 foot in one door and 1 foot out the other. Mr. kind of dead, but not really dead. I got my eye on you, mister.
Who did make him this way? How did he rise as undead? Was it Sam?
Something with Sam's magic. Raven Queen's looking at the pendant. You know, there's only really one thing that can block such dark magic that Sam had put onto the world. And, I mean, I guess this is living proof. Sam loved you, Jim.
He made you undead when no one else would.
And then Raven Queen's like, but... And slaps him on the shoulder. I'm gonna give you a second chance at your unlife. You use it to live how you see fit. I swear to God, if you start stealing souls or ripping the life out of anybody, I will come and beat your ass the moment you do.
I don't think you need to worry about him. He is, after all, a paladin.
Yeah, and it's really weird that you're a paladin and an undead. And Jim's just shrugging like, heck man, I just do my godly duties, whatever, man.
Here is a radical suggestion. Shall we go to the surface and see how everything looks like now?
And Raven Queen's like, yeah, I could do that. And you're all immediately on the surface in a puff of black feathers.
Cool.
And yeah, sure enough, there's the big spaceship coming in through the sky. It's coming down, and all the little tiny little triangles are coming down. The cheese eater is coming into the earth. It's all the same shebang. And you guys are all just sitting there. You guys are ghosts. You can't really, like, die in the expanse of space. And Raven Queen's a god, and Jim's dead, technically.
Okay,
and you guys just kind of
cool.
watch the world crumble beneath you.
This sure
Well-
feels familiar.
Watching it a second time doesn't make it any less traumatic, I'll be honest.
And there's a weird moment where it seems like two memories are overlapped. It seems like this memory and like the original actual memory are there. And it's sort of like the same sort of thing. Jim is just watching this happen. And you see Idru's ship come in and scoop him up. And everything starts to fade away as soon as Idru shows up. And it feels like you're waking up at this point. And you see Idru reach out a hand to Jim and says, "Welcome aboard the Nautilus. I'm sorry about your planet, but, I mean, we're all cool here, right?" And you see, like, Strawberry Sunshine on her shoulders and Squall in the background. And you're awake.
With the orb. Give me the orb.
No.